And ultimately also trying to discover, like you're saying, the self-supervised formulation of the problem. So the unsupervised formulation of the problem. Like, in driving, there's this really interesting thing, which is you look at a scene that's before you and you have data about what a successful human driver did in that scene, 1 second later.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little piece of data that you can use just like with GPT-3 as training.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, even though Tesla says they're using that, it's an open question to me. How far can you solve all of driving with just that self-supervised piece of data? And like, I think
Well, that's what Common AI is doing.
that's what Common AI is doing. But the question is how much data. So what Common AI doesn't have is as good of a data engine, for example, as Tesla does. That's where the organization of the data. Uh, I mean, as far as I know, I haven't talked to George, but they do have the data. The question is how much data is needed,
Mm-hmm.
because we say infinite very loosely here.
Yeah. No.
And then the other question, which you said, I don't know if you think it's still an open question, is are we on the right order of magnitude for the compute necessary?
Yeah.
That is it like what Elon said, this chip that's in there now is enough to do full self-driving,
Yeah.
or do we need another order of magnitude? And I think nobody actually knows the answer to that question. I like the confidence that Elon has, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, and there's another funny thing is you don't learn to drive with infinite amounts of data.
right.
You learn to drive with an intellectual framework that understands physics and color and horizontal surfaces and laws and roads and all your experience from manipulating your environment. Like there's so many factors go into that. So then when you learn to drive, like driving is a subset of this conceptual framework that you have. Right. And so with self-driving cars right now, we're teaching them to drive with driving data.
Mhm.
Like you never teach a human to do that. You teach a human all kinds of interesting things, like language, like don't do that, watch out, there's all kinds of stuff going on.